Speech Pitch by Iska Sak.
Hi there, and welcome back to Speech Pitch by Iska Sak. I'm Spyretta Leivaditi, and today we have with us Esther Klabbers. Hi, Esther.
Hi, Spyretta. Thanks for having me.
Actually, guys, I met Esther online 7 years ago in an attempt to ask what are the most valuable skills a speech scientist need to know. Esther, you were so kind and impressively responsive to me, and you really worked as a mentor in my very first steps in speech science. So you can understand, guys, how sentimental is this interview for me. Actually, after almost 5 years from our first meet, I met Fat Do, one of your PhD students, when I was doing my master in voice technology in University of Groningen in Campus Friesland. And there I saw more of your research. So as you can understand, I want to show off all your research interest, and I want everybody knows about who Esther is, what you like to do, what you like to work on. So yeah, the floor is yours.
Well, thanks. So I've been around for quite a while. I was a PhD student in the late 1990s in Eindhoven at what was then called IPO, or the Institute for Perceptieonderzoek, or Perception Research. And ever since then, I've been working on text-to-speech synthesis. And after my PhD, I moved to the US and I worked at the Center for Spoken Language Understanding, first as a postdoctoral researcher and then as an assistant professor. And then in 2014, I decided I wanted to try something new, and I found an opportunity to work in industry with a company called ReadSpeaker, not to be confused with ReSpeecher. And they were located in the Netherlands, so I was able to live in the Netherlands again for 3.5 years with my husband and 2 kids. Before moving back to the States again. And while working at ReadSpeaker, I did a lot of different tasks related to text-to-speech synthesis, and I have a very broad interest in linguistics, the text processing part, especially in multilingual settings. I've worked on a lot of different languages. I also have a long history of research in prosody and making sure the speech sounds engaging and natural and correct for the given application area, like conversational AI versus read speech, yes. That sort of thing. And I'm also involved with other people like Petra Wagner and Jens Edlund about evaluation and how we can evaluate the quality when you listen to speech synthesis nowadays, it sounds very natural and human, but given a certain framing, like what do you use it for? Yeah. Is it the correct voice, or does it have the correct kind of training data to create a voice for, say, an audiobook or a dialogue system, that sort of thing?
Yeah, especially the naturalness is really, really tricky, because sometimes you really need that not to be that natural, so people understand that it's not human.
Like if it's a robot, I know Roger Moore always likes to talk about that. If it's a robot, it shouldn't maybe sound like a human. It should sound like a robot.
It's really creepy,
yeah.
isn't it? So some days ago, I met you in Young Female Researchers in Speech workshop, which is a satellite event of Interspeech, where young females meet and share their research. You were at the panel, and I noticed that you talked about your new company, Festos.
Yeah, that's correct. So I had been with ReadSpeaker for a long while, and at some point it was just getting really tricky to work together, especially since there was a 9-hour time difference between myself and other researchers who are in the Netherlands and in Sweden. And just thinking about what I wanted to do and where I wanted to go with my knowledge, I decided I'm just going to set up a consulting firm. And so I started Festos Speech and Language Technology Services. And I'm still not quite sure where I'm going to take it yet, but I'm hoping for now that I can help other AI companies with certain sub-problems related to their linguistic processing or evaluation or prosody or different topics that I just know a lot about.
I get you, because I think we have also similar background. You also come from linguistics background, right? Me too. And I understand why you understood me and you grabbed me when I asked questions, because I joined the dark side with you. Actually, do you plan to continue supervising PhD students, or?
I would like to. I really enjoy, I've been involved in mentoring either master students or PhD students, or being involved in the Young Female Research Workshop for several years now, for many years. And I really enjoy that part. And I'm hoping in the future, in addition to my company, I might also make a return to academia, so then I can do that in a more formal role. But informally, I'm definitely interested in continuing that kind of mentoring process.
Great. What I can say, also from the panel, it was really, I love when you start describing what we can do or what we can do, give us really targeted tips, what I can say. So look out for her if she's doing more supervising. Okay, let's relax now. Enough with all our...
Okay.
What does Esther do for fun other than joining Interspeech?
That's a good question. When I have time, when I'm not busy with my teenage kids at home and home life and everything, I love traveling. I love going outdoors and going hiking, and I live in Oregon, so we have a lot of beautiful nature around. We have mountains, waterfalls, the coast, everything. And I really enjoy photography as well, especially landscape photography. So that's mostly my thing. And last year I started, I took up knitting again. And so I've been knitting a ton of things. So I'm currently working on a sweater for myself. And I find it's something to do with your hands, and it doesn't require you to think a lot. Exactly. But I also like the more intricate patterns with cables and different, so it's not a mindless thing. Like if it's too straightforward, then it's too boring for me. But it's something that I found I really enjoy doing. So
that's great. Well, dank u wel for your time. Well, I'm practicing my Dutch, as you see, guys. You are a true inspiration for girls like me who started as a linguist and joined the dark side with machine learning and stuff. It was really a pleasure.
I don't think machine learning is the dark side, but I think it's good to recognize that there's machine learners, the machine learning people, and then there are people like us who are linguistics or phonetics, people who know how to use machine learning to reach our goals.
To be honest, the reason I always call it dark side is because I kind of feel that the way I'm thinking and processing the problems are completely different. It used to be more into the linguistic part, how language work, and then I have to figure out a way how to adapt all these things into the limitations of machines. So I kind of feel like the monster fighter, let's say. My monster is like my whatever, machine learning, deep learning, whichever algorithm, and I'm like, hey, dummy, now you have to learn.
Right.
Well, with the students, I'm not like this, but with my algorithms, I am.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for being here.
You're welcome, and good luck with all the other speech pitch interviews that you still have ahead of you.
Thank you for listening to this short bonus episode. Stay tuned as we may interview your favorite speech researchers. Don't forget to subscribe wherever you're listening to your podcast, and also follow Iskasak on X and LinkedIn. Till then, have fun.
Speech pitch by Iskasak.